had met someone at a bathhouse in 1983, and we then started seeing each other on a regular basis. And he was my first real long-time partner. And then a year and a half after that, he was diagnosed with AIDS. There was no HIV at that time. It was either AIDS or no. From 84 to 86, when he died, there was a year and a half of trying to look after a partner. He got a death sentence, and it's like, this shouldn't happen for another 30 or 40 years. And so it was just surreal. It was hard to fathom and hard to understand. So there was that kind of struggle still going on. Struggles like at the hospitals, having to, deal with the next of kin kind of situation. And his family, they knew who I was, they knew what was happening and that, and they came here twice to see him. And only once did they corner the doctor and say, we want this, that, and the other thing. And the doctor said, ask Tony. And he stood up for me, because he said, it's difficult, because he said 90% of the men that he saw and that were dying didn't have a partner with them. And he said it was really important to have that person included. Oh, no. In my mind, no, I can't remember any positive role models. Although I do recall thinking, when I realized I was gay, how difficult it was going to be. But I also remember being watching TV with my mother and my aunt. She was over for some reason, and they were televising the kiss-in that happened at Yonge and Bloor, because the two men had been arrested for, I forget what the charge was, but they were arrested and charged with some crime because they kissed in public. And so there was this kissing happening, and so the TV cameras were all over that. And my mother didn't say anything about it. My aunt was, I don't know how to say it. She wasn't being so negative that I lost respect for her or lost love for her. This isn't right. They shouldn't be doing that. I just remember thinking, wow, there are more people like me around, right? So, but it became much easier after that, much easier than that. Whenever they talked about someone being queer, it was my problem with the word, and that queer was the word of hate, right? So this is the change thing that I'm not dealing with. Queer is my word, and it's a word of hate, and I use that. I don't even use it to describe myself, because it's always been a word of hate. When I've been beat up, I've been called queer. Queer is an identity now, and I don't understand it. It doesn't mean that it's not legitimate. What infuriates me are, because I've told you I'm in the leather community, I'm in the fetish community, and I hate when straight heterosexual men call themselves queer, because it makes them look kinky. Like, you're not queer. You're kinky, sure, I'll grant you that, but you're not queer. I remember that things like trans being an issue for people as well. It's like, you have to stop and remember what happened to you 25 years ago, so